19 states have seceded.
The United States Army ramps up activity.
The White House issued warnings to the Western forces as well as the Florida Alliance.
The three-term president assures the uprising will be dealt with swiftly.
Let me know if you want to try anything on.
Are you guys aware there's like a pretty huge civil war going on all across America?
We just try to stay out. With what we see on the news, seems like it's for the best.
Well, hello and welcome back. So, this is what it comes to. This is what it's all boiling up to be. Well, at least, I guess that's what Hollywood would like you to think. Of course, the movie Civil War has come out, and, you know, we always try to watch movies for the esoteric or the symbolism or the hidden meaning in the art, and we try to pick out what are they trying to say without saying, and, you know, they do that a lot with predictive programming in different movies. And I'm sure that there are, you know, far better reviewers, and this probably isn't a great review. I don't review movies all the time, so this isn't necessarily my forte. I'm sure someone could do a much deeper dive. However, I would just like to talk about what Tiff and I have seen and what we think, and want to get into a little bit of that. Now, the first topic that we kind of want to get into are the metaphors in the movie. So there's a lot of chatter about how unrealistic or how, you know, Texas and California would never join together or become an alliance, but I actually think there's a lot more to that. I also think that the president does represent Trump, and the actor who played Ron Swanson himself said how, you know, apolitical the film was, or a lot of people are talking about it being apolitical. That makes it easy to watch, and I think that enough was mentioned, even if slightly, that it could be that they just hit it very well. Now, I think, to be fair, there are a lot of deleted scenes. I think there is a lot more to this movie that was cut out. Metaphors. California and Texas, to my knowledge, are the only states that can secede. I may be incorrect about that, but metaphorically, California representing the left, Texas representing the right. In this theoretical story, they team up and fight together for freedom from a seemingly tyrannical statist leader, which I should probably mention. There are 4 teams: the Western forces equaling the left and right, the state, and those pretending nothing is happening. Now, you're right. Nowhere in the movie do they actually come out and say that the Western forces are the culmination of the left and the right joining together to take out a tyrannical president who is on its 3rd term. Kind of an elitist's worst nightmare. But it was this scene with the actor from Dune who says, as soon as DC falls, they'll turn on each other.
The Western forces are stopped 120 miles from DC. The Florida Alliance aren't far south of that. The WF-1 stopped. They're stalled. They lost their supply lines. But it's the race to Berlin. There's no coordination between the secessionists. You watch. As soon as DC falls, they'll turn on each other.
So as we get to the end of the film, we can see that DC is under attack, that they have made it all the way to the lawn of the White House, where they have built a wall, which we've seen before, but I think is absolutely a reference to a certain president that likes walls. Overall, I think that the movie is good. That being a subjective point, I think it moves rather slowly, but I also think that a lot has been deleted or cut out of this. There's very interesting concepts that they go over. It's very original in that sense. Community policing, whether or not they're painting it in a good light. There's a scene shown here where there's this town and they can't believe what they're seeing. They're like, man, this town is like everything I thought I forgot. And the guy's like, I thought that it's everything that I remember. And it turns out that there are, you know, dudes protecting the town, what it is. And, you know, I just think that it is an interesting film. With all that being said, I guess it wasn't really much of a breakdown. I only had a couple of points that I saw. After seeing the film several times at this point, I do think, if ever so slightly, that the president is representative of Trump with the walls, and I think that it's a watered down version of the left's worst nightmare or something like that. And I think that it might be maybe a movie theoretically loosely based on what happens if we put aside our differences and we join together against maybe a worst case scenario for everyone, where you have a leader who refuses to relinquish power and becomes a dictator, which kind of sounds like the left's worst nightmare, should be everyone's worst nightmare. And maybe we do have that in common. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Smash a like if you like this video, and really helps to see more from us. We love you guys, and thank you so much as always. See you on the next one.